Happening right now, an evacuation at a North Florida jail because of flooding. This morning, major cleanup underway following a strong round of severe weather.
And now this morning, star quarterback Jameis Winston in trouble with the law because of crawfish and crab legs. How long before he'll be back on the baseball diamond?
That and a whole lot more coming up here on the first day of May. Good morning. I'm Greg Angel.
I'm Kelly Bartoli. We got some good tricks up our
Yeah,
sleeves
some
today.
Star Wars going to be celebrating today, obviously, the 4th of May happening over the weekend, the unofficial Star Wars holiday. So we'll be getting to that. We've got some big Star Wars fans that are going to be joining us here.
If you're a Star Wars fan, or if you know some, wake them up because you're going to want to see what we have planned.
Special treat in there. So at 5 o'clock here on this Thursday morning, that and a whole lot more coming up. But we begin here, a serious situation happening in Northwest Florida.
Crews actually on the scene at an explosion at the Escambia jail in Pensacola.
Well, these are some photos posted on social media. The explosion first happened just after 11:30 last night. We're told about 600 prisoners were in the building at the time. Now, injured inmates being taken to area hospitals while others are being taken to nearby jail. Search
crews right now are going through the debris, making sure that no one else is trapped inside. Now, what we're also learning is the cause of the explosion may be due to a gas leak. All of this because of the damage left behind by the major storms pounding the area this week. The Pensacola area still seeing heavy flooding. And this is a look at some of the other damage in that area. Roads just totally washed out. Cars flooded above the hood. The far western part of Florida's Panhandle is getting 2 feet of rain this week.
We want to show you some flyover footage here above that area. Look at this. Parts of the scenic highway just buckling and collapsing. The coastal east-west highway route as well. Florida Highway Patrol reporting at least 1 drowning death because of the flooding here. And again, as you kind of take a look around, you see, water just filling the area. This is some local footage here, a little closer to home. Flooding also a very big concern here from that storm system. This is video from Wakulla County area, courtesy of our partners at Tallahassee Helicopters. Now, many parts of our viewing area have seen upwards of 2 inches of rain, so very soggy out there. A lot of flooding concern. And again, here in Wakulla County, a lot of concern there.
Yes, definitely. Just take a look at these pictures. Emergency management teams are managing flooded roadways, sharing them with the gators. It looks like this photo taken by the Wakulla County Sheriff's Office on Skipper Bay Road. Now, up from Wakulla County, we have video from Jackson County. This specifically is Corbin Road that is completely underwater after 2 days of rain here. Governor Rick Scott is now surveying the severe damage brought on by all these storms. Scott toured the Pensacola area yesterday. Many homeowners there didn't have flood insurance. The governor has already issued emergency declarations for 26 counties, and he says the federal government is aware of the situation. Now, U.S. Senator Bill Nelson has written a letter to President Barack Obama asking for federal assistance for Floridians hit hardest by the storms. You can read that entire letter on our website, WTXL.TV.
Now, also first this morning, Florida State star quarterback Jameis Winston in trouble with the law after shoplifting crawfish and crab legs from a local grocery store. Leota County deputies say Winston told them he simply forgot to pay for about $32 worth of seafood from the Publix on Ocala Road. Now, because Winston is a first-time offender, he was eligible for a civil citation instead of facing a criminal charge. Both Winston and Publix agreed to that course of action, so Winston has to complete at least 20 hours of community service. If he fails to complete that service, then the sheriff's office could pursue criminal charges. Now, Winston has released a statement apologizing for the incident. Sports director Brad Dalton's got much more on his response and the team's response coming up here a little bit later in Sunrise Sports. Now, Florida Senate voting today on a bill that would grant in-state tuition to qualifying students, even if they're here illegally.
This is now the 3rd reading of the bill, and now comes the final vote.
Now, if it does pass, it's going to end up going back to the House of Representatives for a final vote as well before it heads to Florida Governor Rick Scott's desk. The governor is urging lawmakers to pass the bill before the session ends.
And our political contributor, Tramel Gomes, will break down all the latest from this final week of the Florida legislative session. That's coming up tonight on the news at 6. A push to raise the federal minimum wage has failed in the U.S. Senate. Now, it's being called a major blow to one of the biggest pieces of President Obama's domestic agenda.
Only one Republican, Senator Bob Corker of Tennessee, voted to continue debate on the measure that would have raised the minimum wage to $10.10 an hour. GOP critics say the measure would hurt small business. Now, a recent report by the Congressional Budget Office says the measure could lift millions of Americans out of poverty, but could also cause companies to lay off more workers.
Also, first this morning, there's a lot of pressure on Los Angeles Clippers owner Donald Sterling to sell the team after a recording of him making racist comments went public, and I think we all heard it.
Yeah, NBA has now banned Sterling for life, fined him $2.5 million. Now, there are a lot of interested high-profile buyers expressing interest here in the team, and certainly, as we say, high-profile. Former boxer Oscar De La Hoya, one of them. He says the team needs a new image. Boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. also reportedly interested in buying the team, and Oprah Winfrey, her spokesperson, says she is in discussion with media mogul David Geffen and Oracle founder Larry Ellison about a possible joint bid. Now, Capital City tradition, of course, you know, we'll see how well that works out.
There's a lot going on with that team. Story keeps on developing. Well, a Capital City tradition returned last night. Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare celebrating its 31st annual Golden Gala, raising money for the hospital and its patients' outreach efforts. Now, about 1,600 people flocked to the Donald L. Tucker Civic Center for a night of fun, music, and Lady Antebellum. Paula Fortunas, the CEO of Tallahassee Memorial Hospital, says she tried to make everything perfect because a lot of dollars ride on the gala.
Throughout its history, its very rich history from 1984 to present, literally millions of dollars have been raised for our hospital.
Last year, the event helped raise nearly $1 million. That went directly toward helping Tallahassee Memorial Hospital. They're hoping they're going to break that $1 million mark this year.
A fun night there, I'm sure. Well, coming up, lots to talk about in the entertainment news, talking Miley Cyrus, Prince Harry. Ladies, you're going to want to know about that story. And, of course, your Jimmy Kimmel recap.
Yes, and he, of course, is talking about all the controversy still surrounding the Los Angeles Clippers and Donald Sterling. You can check that out in just a bit. But first...
May the 4th be with you, or the Force, rather, celebrating Star Wars tradition a little early here on Sunrise, May 4th, of course. We've got some of the movie's biggest fans in our in-house next hour, plus a look ahead in minutes and all the buzz for the movie's new cast.
And remember, if you see any news happening out there, give us a call at 850-894-6397. Also, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, or send us an email. It's abc27news@wtxl.tv.
It's all about early, and I wanna be there.
Buckle down, keep the head down, just go through it, and then we'll be warm and sunny once again. We'll be back to living our tour name, the Sunshine State. We need that.
Which is so nice because, again, waking up this morning, I'm like, it hit me that it's Thursday. I'm like, oh, it's almost Friday.
And then, but it hit you that it was still raining.
That didn't bother me as much because
maybe
I knew that you were going to have some good news about the weekend.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
He's a mind
You're the
reader
good
now.
news bearer.
Yes.
You
All
didn't know.
right. I haven't been, so I'm happy
You
that
haven't
I
been.
am.
You're redeeming yourself.
Right.
I am.
All right, Michelle, thank you.
Michelle. All right, well, in a galaxy not so far away, the world is celebrating a new Star Wars.
Dun, 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 and we are celebrating with you, talking Star Wars. We've got some of the ultimate Star Wars fans in studio next hour. But coming up here in minutes, we are going to be talking about the cast of the new Star Wars movie. Hold on, Darth Vader. We're back in 2 minutes. This morning we are going out of this world, literally, galaxy far, far away, talking all about the buzz, all of the excitement for Star Wars. May 4th is this weekend. May the 4th be with you, as they say.
Don't adjust your screen. You really are seeing Star Wars at,
like,
5:20 in the morning on a Thursday. That is really Star Wars. You're not watching a movie channel.
Although I have to admit, we've not seen Star Wars.
Neither of us.
Fully.
What's wrong with y'all?
Listen, what'd you say?
In trouble.
Our news director, David, has walked in with the Star Wars t-shirt. We'll just have to show that to you. We're going to have to pull them in here a little bit later. But look, a lot of people still excited, especially about the new cast of the next Star Wars movie.
It's been the buzz all around town.
Yeah, now more than 30 years after The Force introduced us to Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, the original cast is coming together, folks, to star in the latest addition to the new franchise. Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, they have all agreed to reprise their roles in the upcoming Star Wars Episode 7. Now, the three were last seen together in Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Not to be forgotten, the original Chewbacca, C-3PO, and R2-D2 going to be included in the film due out December 25 as well. I'm just confused because they started with part 4 or something, and then they got jumped to 1. And
not numerical order.
Now,
but numerical, I want to know how much they're getting paid.
Probably a nice little...
For this.
Listen, what is the best Star Wars?
I actually like Revenge of the Sith best.
Revenge of the Sith best. So that is the best. Number 3, he says. Number 3
What
is
do
the
you
best
guys
Star
want?
Wars.
Tell us what we should start. I know you're supposed to start in order, but tell us your favorite.
We've had a little bit of a Star Wars debate, too. We're going to have to check that out on our Facebook page, too, is hashtag WTXL Sunrise. Time now for your Kimmel recap. You know he's not just letting go of Donald Sterling.
No, last night he touched on the new plan to buy the LA Clippers and make a few changes to the team. Take a listen.
NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has ordered Donald Sterling to sell the Clippers in the wake of his racist comments. You probably heard the big rumor today, of course, that a group of investors led by me and Oprah are planning to buy the team. Any information you see in the media is speculation and nothing more. But I would like to say that I think Oprah and I would be great team owners. And how does the idea of a halftime book club hit you? Fun, right?
Hey, I think he and Oprah would make a good team.
I think so.
She could be, you know, the one who like rails him in sometime, but he could keep her loose and
some good promotions. I'm gonna like that there.
Could you imagine like the special promotional days they would have if Jimmy Kimmel were in charge of that team?
I could only imagine. Little Chewy there
Maybe
being
we
the
won't
bubble.
have to imagine. Maybe we'll actually get an answer in the near future.
I know. So,
We'll see.
Coming up, incredible story of a Florida girl whose life was in danger before a stranger found her and helped save her life in a pretty big way. We'll talk about that coming up.
Plus, new reports say pollution has gotten worse in the U.S. over the years. We'll tell you where residents are most prone to lung damage.
Welcome back. It's 5:25, talking your health now this morning. And a scary stat here. More than half of Americans breathe in unhealthy air.
Wow, that's according to the latest American Lung Association's report. It also found air pollution across the country has gotten a bit worse since last year. Also, ozone levels have risen from 2010 to 2012.
Now, LA once again topping the list of the smoggiest cities for the 14th time in 15 years. Houston and New York City also among the worst for ozone levels and particle pollution. Meanwhile, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Chicago, and Phoenix high on the dirty air list. Well, a 2-year-old girl from Minnesota getting a life-saving gift from a stranger who lives more than 1,500 miles away. Ariana Moore has been on dialysis since she was born. So her mom took action, creating a Facebook page, pleading for someone to give her daughter a chance at life. And that's when Christopher Harding stepped up and decided to donate a kidney.
I can't imagine waiting for that phone call to say, yes, somebody has made the decision to save your daughter's life.
Christy is flying from Florida, where she lives, up to Minnesota for the surgery, which is scheduled for next week. How great is that?
Good for them.
Yeah.
Facebook. Saving the
It's
day.
amazing what Facebook's kind of bringing people together now. Speaking of technology, there really seems to be an app for everything, or 20 apps to do it all.
Even actually to help you be a healthier eater. Sometimes we think apps are just fun and games. This one's serious.
Yeah, this one's a little cool too. A new list breaking down the top 10 healthy eating apps, and they're all free. They include Chemical Cuisine, which lets you look up food additives, Seafood Watch to help you find the safest choice, and Food Trippings, so you can find good eats when you're on the go.
There's also Food UK, which gives you over 200,000 products. They get a letter grade based on their nutritional value. And Eat Slower. You actually set your own pace from 20 seconds to 3 minutes, and then you don't take another bite until the alarm goes off.
Pretty interesting stuff there. Well, a lot more to get to here on This Morning, including the
Do you
galaxy.
feel it in the air?
I feel it.
There's some energy here in the air.
It's not like Darth Vader energy, is it?
I don't know.
Darth
Who could
Vader,
be here?
R2-D2. They're invading the studio for real. Coming up this morning. Those deadly storms, it's left much of the area from Mississippi to North Carolina swamped in water, and people to leave up the pieces. ABC's Tamon Bradley has more for us this morning from Washington.
Relentless rain is causing massive flooding along the East Coast. The water has engulfed homes and wiped out roads. In Baltimore, this road collapsed, sending cars tumbling into a ravine.
Oh my God. The sidewalk's gone, the cars are gone, and everything just fell. It was like somebody came by and just ripped off the side of the road.
Outside Washington, D.C., this man drove onto a bridge and got stuck. He had to be rescued by a team using an inflatable raft. The torrential downpour was too much for creeks and streams to handle, so water went rushing into homes. This woman's basement is filled with sewage water.
Floors had buckled up. I had hardwood floors down there. They buckled up. It's a mess in my house. It stinks.
This is the same violent storm system that ravaged the South. From the air, you see the devastation. Neighborhood after neighborhood flooded. These homes destroyed.
Stuff floating everywhere.
Rescuers pulled people from rooftops. This baby was saved using a boat.
His car's floating right now.
Pensacola, Florida got almost 2 feet of rain in 24 hours, or 9 billion gallons of water, enough to fill 14,000 swimming pools. This stretch of Pensacola Scenic Highway crumbled. Some residents have replaced their cars with canoes. In Mobile, Alabama, an elderly woman was carried by firefighters after her car got stuck. Another woman killed after driving through high water. After 4 days of tornadoes and thunderstorms causing all this damage, meteorologists say the system will head out to sea later today. Tamon Bradley, ABC News, Washington.
A lot of hard images to see there. For areas that have already flooded, by the way, they're not in the clear just yet. More rain still expected in some places later today as well. Just
definitely scary scenes out there. The pictures, you think you see it one time, but
right.
Every time you see it, it catches you.
Yeah. Still ahead, 6:09, May 4th, coming up this weekend. You hear the music. We're going to be celebrating the 4th and the 4th with you. We got R2-D2 and a lot of big Star Wars fans in the studio. Plus, get into some serious news this morning as well.
Yes, a major vote expected today that could affect how much students pay for college.
And again, talking Star Wars this morning. We are at Hyperdrive getting you ready for May the 4th. We've got some special surprises you may only find on certain lands of Star Wars.
Remember, if you see news happening anytime, give us a call at 850-894-6397. Also, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Just send us an email, too. That's abc27news@wtxl.tv.
All right, 6:20, hot on the web here this morning. Sometimes it's the little things in life that make things worthwhile. Literally, the little things in life.
A chef gets to work in the kitchen for a special dinner guest. Today's meal, a little burrito.
Very little
burrito.
Look at the size of that thing. Apparently this guy, ooh, look at that, even setting the table, it's kind of like Ratatouille here. Literally it is. The guy is making a tiny little burrito for that little feller, a little hamster.
It looks like they're going on a date.
Aw, that's so sweet. Now, who picks up the tab?
How do your fingers work to roll a little burrito?
Well, obviously, I mean, look at that. The guy's having to use the tweezers and all that. Man, look at that hamster go.
He's a hungry hamster.
Yeah, look at that.
It's like Chipotle for hamsters. You got the big burrito.
Is this a real video, or is this like
I don't know.
CGI or something?
That's probably CGI.
I'm trying to figure out. I would be baffled if that's a real hamster. It could be. I don't think it is. Sometimes our producer, James, likes to throw oddball videos our way.
Just to get us like, oh my goodness, no way.
Like the hoverboard from Back to the Future. That was all a hoax. That wasn't real.
That's a good movie, but we got another good movie we're talking about today.
What's that?
Oh, you've seen Back to the Future?
Yes, I've seen Back to the
all
Future.
those.
We've been talking during the breaks because we've admitted that we haven't seen all the Star Wars
Confession
movies.
time.
I haven't seen The Godfather either. So
I've seen that one, and I've seen Back to the Future.
I've seen Back to the Future there. But we're talking about Star Wars so much because this Sunday is May 4th. It's a little bit of an unofficial holiday for Star Wars fans. You know, may the Force be with you, or in this case, may the 4th be with you.
Exactly. It's their big unofficial, probably soon to be official. I'm sure there's going to be a petition out there to make it a real holiday.
If you're friends with us on Facebook, you'll see the photo for Kelly that I left on her computer yesterday for the first day of May. Justin Timberlake.
It says it's going to be May because NSYNC had that song, It's Gonna Be Me.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about Star Wars.
Well, the phrase, may the Force be with you, it's the day that Star Wars fans, some geeks, declared geeks, celebrate the genre by dressing up and enjoying the fantasy world of stars. We're also celebrating with some special guests who are going to be joining us here a little bit this morning on the show to show off their May the 4th attire there.
We've got a little sneak peek. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, you can see some of the sneak peeks. Check it out at our Facebook page. Just search WTXL. You can also find a lot of it at Facebook and Twitter. You can also chat with us during the shows on Facebook and Twitter. Just use the hashtag WTXL Sunrise. Getting giddy with that. That is coming up a whole lot more than, maybe we got a Darth Maul attire. I don't know. We're back with you in 2 minutes. Two groups. You got the Rebel
501st and the Rebel Legion.
There we go. A couple groups, all Tallahassee folks here. Want to go ahead and bring them up on our stage again. We got a little bit of a Star Wars fashion show here. Now, the first one here kind of creeps me out a little bit, I'll be honest. You'll see him coming up on here on cam. We'll be switching the camera a little. We'll have them.
And now, everyone here, we got a whole bunch of them here. They're all making their own costumes.
Yes, all these costumes are fan-made.
And tell us a little bit about this character here.
This is a Tusken Raider. You see them in A New Hope. And
a bad guy?
Kind of just a general random alien. Not good nor bad, just doing their own thing.
Okay, a little bit of a friend here, too. Are we like that? These guys we know. These guys we know. These are stormtroopers coming up.
You can hear them coming with all that plastic.
Now, these guys work for Darth Vader, right?
Yes. Yeah, these are their the henchmen, I guess, the expendable ones of the franchise.
And then we've got a couple more characters here that we want to introduce here on stage. Who else do we have here with us?
We've got a Jedi from the Rebel Legion. Generic Jedi, you see them a lot in episodes 2, 3, and episode 1.
And the power of the lightsaber. Talk to me about that. I'm always fascinated with this lightsaber.
The glow stick.
Okay, the glow stick, the lightsaber. Different colors. I mean, it's the power in the movies. I mean, you watch that. It seems so awesome. I want a real one.
They make them. We have people who actually build their own lightsabers with all their own electronics and everything. So that's
and he's doing tricks over there with them.
Now, one of the biggest stars, obviously, of the movie, R2-D2. And we got little R2-D2 here in studio as well. And I mean, to see all this stuff come to life, I mean, you guys, it's more than a hobby for you guys.
It is. It starts out as a hobby. You want to build the costume, you want to get into it, and then it becomes so much more. We do a lot of charity work. We do a lot with Make-A-Wish Foundation, Give Kids the World, Children's Hospitals, Relay for Life. So you name the charity, we've worked with them in the past.
And of course, you guys are going to be coming up, taking part at Walt Disney World at Disney's Hollywood Studios every year. They have Star Wars weekends. One of the few guests they actually allow to take part.
Yes, yep. We actually, each day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, from May 15th over to June 17th, I believe. I'm not looking at the calendar. They invite us in. We do their Star Wars Weekends parade. R2 likes it.
R2 loves it. This is fantastic. Lance Boba Fett, I'll call you. I love the name of that there. Star Wars taking over WTXL Sunrise.
Thanks for celebrating with us.
Don't go away. We're back with you with the gang here in just about 2 minutes. Stay with us.
Oh, that was so much fun.
Thank you very much, guys.
Of course.
I really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Hang tight with you. I'm sure we're going to be talking with y'all.
This chicken apple sausage from Dunkin' is so savory.
But there's a hint of sweetness, too.
It must be the apples. I concur.
The new chicken apple sausage sandwich from Dunkin'. Made with real apples and spices, your morning just got a lot more flavorful. America runs on Dunkin'.
Get ready for good music under the trees. The Tallahassee Downtown Business Association presents Saturday in the Park, the first Saturday of the month at 8 p.m. Bring your lawn chairs and enjoy the Leon Anderson Group featuring Avis Berry, performing live in Ponce de Leon Park. The best part is it's free. Saturday in the Park, presented by the Tallahassee Downtown Business Association. Sponsored by DoubleTree by Hilton Tallahassee, Cumulus Radio, and WTXL ABC 27, dedicated to you.
Our community is amazing, but we can always make it better. The Tallahassee Board of Realtors has teamed up with Florida State University's Habitat for Humanity to build a home on Victoria Street in Kellen Woods for a deserving member of our community. Please consider volunteering or being involved in a Habitat for Humanity build. Visit tbrnet.org to find out how you can make a difference. I'm Jeff Doxey, and I care about our community, and that's what makes the Tallahassee Board of Realtors a dedicated company.
This is a competitive comparison. We want to find out which vehicle you prefer.
The favorite part about the Focus was the handling and the power.
That is hybrid style mileage.
Oh, wow, it's really spacious.
I could probably fit a surfboard in here.
Driving this Civic feels like a compromise. Focus is my baby. I'm sold.
Now get a Ford Focus with 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,085 in savings or $4,085 in total savings. Visit your Southern Ford dealer.
I got you this Dunkin' Colada to help with your seasonal mood thing.
Thanks. Actually, it does.
Get ready for summer with a frozen fruit-flavored Dunkin' Colada. Pick up any small Colada for just $1.99. America runs on Dunkin'.
It's 6:56. Time now for a look at up and down our area.
A man in Central Florida trying to buy a $250,000 Bentley ends up spending some time in the Seminole County Jail. That's because police say 32-year-old Michael Munson tried to use a fake check to get the luxury car. Dealership owners say he bought a fake cashier's check when making the purchase. Investigators say after questioning Munson, he admitted that the check was indeed fake. He is charged with attempted grand theft auto, among other charges. And today, the Sunrail in Central Florida will be open to the public. The train right now can go from Volusia County, Daytona Beach to Orange County, Orlando, with stops in Seminole County. State leaders plan to have the rail extend further west to Tampa and go as far down as the Florida Keys. If you're in Central Florida for the next 2 weeks, the Sunrail will be free to check it out.
News now from across Georgia. Georgia State Department of Education launching a teacher training partnership with the university in Seoul, Korea, South Korea. Officials say the Korean university specializes in training aspiring elementary school teachers, and the partnership is the third that Georgia's formed with Korean universities. Severe weather turning deadly for a family in Athens, Georgia, near Atlanta. 39-year-old father of 5, Pedro Garasquita, was killed Wednesday morning when storm winds knocked a tree on his car while he was driving. He was alone in the car when it happened. National Weather Service says winds in Athens were gusting up to 43 miles per hour Wednesday morning. And a lot of that severe weather moving through not only our area, but certainly across the southeast as well, Michelle.
Yeah, but now the good thing is that storm system pushing out into the Atlantic. We're still dealing with a round of rain showers here, though a cold front starting to move through the region. Take a look for yourself. Radar and satellite showing you a 3-hour loop here. Now we're starting to see the heavier rainfall push through Calhoun County and also our southwest Georgia counties there. Even a little bit of lightning with this. Now we're starting off above average temperatures in the 60s there. Seeing a few 70s across the board, Valdosta and Apalachicola, but it's still a lot of clouds, a lot of rain showers across the region for today. So we won't be getting too warm. We're only getting to a high of around 76 degrees and rain chances. They're hanging with us, so keep your rain gear handy and your rain boots as well. I know a few of the roads a little bit on the slick side there.
Exactly.
So
we do have a couple travel advisories out there. We want to make sure everyone is staying safe out there because there's still a lot of standing water left over from the rainfalls yesterday. We got a couple road closures as well in Jackson County. 2 county roads are closed. We have County Road 67 at Florida 12 is closed because of standing water. And as that rain pushes through, we just want to make sure everyone takes it easy out there. Slow down, give yourself plenty of time before you need to be where you're
Yeah,
supposed
it's
to be.
definitely going to be one of those kind of days. You kind of see the traffic flows right here, but you can also see the weather system there. And again, more of the
A lot
rain
more
gonna
popping
be,
up, getting close to us, so
Yeah.
definitely take it easy out there.
Yeah, also getting close to a Star Wars. Can you feel the energy?
There's an energy in here.
I'm surprised nobody said with all the red and black. I think a little bit of the Darth Maul we got on here this morning.
Hey, I didn't even plan this with you guys.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
I'm a mind reader.
We got Boba Fett, we got the Stormtroopers, we got R2-D2. They are all here in studio with us. Stick around. Join us online right now, WTXL.tv. The second cup kicking off right now. Good Morning America is next.